A ver, cabrón, si quiero unos tacos, cabrón. Tú de al pastor, él de sesos, yo cabeza. Ok, nos vamos a chingar, cabrones. Ni vergas, cabrón, que yo no pago. Pinche vato tacaño. John Wick 4 felt like a grand finale, a true ending to the John Wick character. Or is it the last time we'll see this character? As always, we're getting exhilarating action sequences, intense-ass music, and badass one-liners with this John Wick sequel. These movies are about aesthetics, you know, wearing expensive and fancy clothing while beating the shit out of Russian goons who know martial arts. Even though this movie is a badass action movie, at times there are these one-liners in this movie that really get to you, like, "Those who ponder death live," or something like that. It was something that Donnie Yen said. There was a lot of cool side characters in this movie. You know, John Wick movies are known for that, for having those little side quests and side characters. Like, for instance, the fat Russian guy who apparently the actor Scott Adkins, he's actually like a martial artist, and I kind of knew, you know, watching the movie, there's no way a big guy like that can move that fast. I'm sorry. Donnie Yen was this badass blind guy who was basically Daredevil. He was fucking awesome. Bill Skarsgard was a really intimidating villain. Dogen's character was awesome, and his daughter, she was badass over there doing martial arts and shanking the hell out of everybody. She can shank me anytime, I'll tell you that. Clancy Brown was in this movie, and it was great to see him because he always kills it with this awesome voice. But the one character I didn't find all that interesting was Mr. Nobody. You know, it was cool that he had his dog. And I thought it brought that circularity to the John Wick franchise because this whole thing started out because his dog died. But aside from that, Mr. Nobody was not that interesting of a character to me. But Donnie Yen was badass. He's like a Daredevil, but without wearing a suit. And low-key doesn't make sense how he's able to be such a badass killer unless he's got like superpowers like Matt Murdock, but you accept it in the movie because it fucking works, and Yen makes it believable on screen. It's a fucking John Wick movie, man, come on. There's so many memorable scenes in this movie. Like, there's a scene where like John Wick is in like a badass, like, I don't know what it was, but it was like a muscle car, and he's like right next to the Arc de Triomphe, and he's like shooting all the bad guys. So badass. And another fight scene overlooking multiple rooms, like that was a set built to just get like fucked up and destroyed by John Wick, and with bullet holes and destroying everybody. Like, all of the action in this movie is like ridiculously awesome and over the top, and at times it's almost funny. Like the scene where like the Russian guy falls from like a few stories and falls on his head, that was kind of funny but badass at the same time. I also thought it was kind of ridiculous and funny how this fool does not run out of bullets. Like, this motherfucker just kept on shooting all the bad guys and never ran out of ammo. But again, you accept it because it's John Wick. Also, another scene that I thought was like ridiculous yet awesome was John Wick falling down all those stairs. Like, I was low-key laughing in the theaters because of how like he could have stopped. Like, he could have held on to like a railing or something. But it was also awesome, you know, it just showed how much John Wick was getting his ass whooped, but he still kept on getting up and kept on going. Another thing that I thought was funny was like John Wick has like a limited amount of lines, and when he does speak, it's like something as simple as yeah. It's like they build up this whole like conversation or this whole action scene, and the only line he has is yeah. It's ridiculous yet awesome and badass. Although I'll say one thing, the fact that this was the grand finale of John Wick kind of, you know, it didn't hit me as much as it should have. The reason being is because I got it spoiled. I'm a little pissed that they killed off the character. Like, they should have made like 20 movies with this character. But I guess it made sense. They had to kill him off before he got really boring or overused. But this isn't the last time we'll see characters in this universe. They're going to make more spin-off movies and shows, and I'm sure they'll bring back John Wick at some point. All in all, this is a badass movie. I mean, what do you expect? It's a John Wick movie. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be posting more videos like this one. My name is John Wick, and yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Gotta go to sleep, shut off the lights, cause I work all night, and I sleep all day. Let's bring it, when you feel defeated.